just slept at a Cracker Barrel. My birthday is tomorrow. I'm going to start the birthday festivities today. Drag them out as long as we can. Think I can fit?
How are you?
Hi, good. How are you? I just get 2 large black coffees. You?
Where are you traveling from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore, nice. Just travel around, or are you on a specific trip this time?
We're heading back. We went to California, and now we're heading back.
I'm sure that was an excellent road trip.
It was a lot of fun.
RV like this, a smaller one, and do something like that. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Morning. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
That hair is so nice. Come here, bud. I'm surprised it's not gone yet. I'm supposed to keep that on the floor. Guess it's laundry day. About an hour outside of Nashville, and we are heading into Nashville today. So we got some fun planned. That's where we decided to spend the birthdays. When you go to enough gas stations, you start to get really excited about really new interfaces. Let's go to Nashville. They had a hurricane recently, or maybe it was a tornado. Somebody made an escape. How did you get up here? I want both. I don't know if I'm going to explain this right, but this feels like the first time that I've stopped thinking long enough in order for me to think. You know, for the last 4 months, I've been sharing my small van space with one other person and 2 dogs. And even though they're my nearest and dearest, I decided for this birthday, I wanted to spend it alone. As someone with a lot of sensory issues and sharing such a small space, I feel like I'm constantly trying to navigate these sensory triggers. So for this birthday, I just want to eliminate a lot of the external stimuli that kind of takes me out of the moment. You know, with van life, decisions are being made seemingly nonstop. But this is my first time just sitting in nature with nothing to think about. No thoughts except for a chance for deep introspection. Someone left a comment once that said I'm too old for van life, or anyone over 40 something. I follow a lot of van influencers, and a lot of them are much younger than me, and I've seen hate comments that they've received, people telling them to grow up, and I just find that funny, because then on the flip side I hear I'm like too old to be doing van life. It just shows that people just want everyone else to feel as stuck as they do. Even though some people might think I'm too old for doing van life, in a lot of ways I don't think I'm old enough, because there's been many occasions where I just think about how much more enjoyable it would be if I ever retired, if I didn't have to also navigate a full-time job while I was on the road. So I really look forward to that time in my life. Van life seemed kind of like something that I wouldn't really be able to make happen. It became something, maybe I'll do that, you know, after I retire. I think what really sped up or made me get serious about making it happen was after my mom had passed away. She suffered for a long time with Alzheimer's, early onset, so she had to retire from her job early. So she never really got her full retirement. I mean, she was still very much there for the early years of it, but you know, their dream of waiting for retirement to travel the world, you know, that didn't end up looking the way they expected it to. Not to mention, my dad spent his retirement being her caregiver. So when you see the people who preach saving for retirement, enjoying life after you retire, like saving everything until then. Seeing them get to that time in their life and not even able to enjoy it, it really puts things into perspective. I still believe like saving for retirement is important, to help ease the burden on those who may need to be taking care of you in your older age, but delaying your dreams, it didn't sit right with me after that. So my long-term plan became my immediate future plan. So as soon as my son went off to college, that was my time. My dad passed away last fall while I was on the road. I had to do a big U-turn and backtrack 7 states to get to his funeral. I was getting a little frustrated for this birthday. For every birthday, I would give myself the gift of health. I would try to make a big lifestyle change that would just make me a little bit healthier. I have a goal. I just don't think I have the willpower and the strength to do it right now. So because I can't really think of a achievable goal at this time, I decided I'm gonna just give myself a great big day of self-care. I'm treating myself to a spa day. I'm also giving myself the gift of independence. Brian and the dogs are getting kicked out just so I can have some alone time in the van. After you travel exclusively with somebody, you might start to forget that you are able to do things on your own still. I just consider myself a really independent person. I love solo traveling. Traveled to multiple countries by myself, and I just want to remind myself that I still do really enjoy my alone time. Have some alone time in the van, just enjoying the space to myself again. I'm also going to treat myself to an Airbnb. It's super pink. It seems like it's in a pretty cool part of Nashville. Still standing, basking in the glow of the sun. I am trying the Day 2 dry shampoo. Tomorrow's a big day, my birthday. 48 years old. I think I want to wake up, have the slowest of slow mornings. While I had this nice space, I decided that I was going to try and take a LinkedIn headshot for my LinkedIn profile, because the one that is there, I feel like it makes me look older, and it's like my hair is like this much shorter. So to better accurately represent myself, it's been the big excitement since I've gotten here. I did cook some dinner. I cooked that in the van before I came in though, but I'm gonna use their water to wash all the dishes and get some laundry done that doesn't require quarters. Gonna meet up with Brian and the dogs tomorrow night for dinner. All right, we're taking a bubble bath. Change of plan, the little bath thing, it wasn't keeping the water in, so we're gonna have to switch to a shower, but I did get this deep conditioning mask that I'm gonna put on, because I don't usually have 30 minutes to sit with conditioner in my hair in the van, so we're gonna do that. This is for that person on YouTube who said my skin looked dry. It's my birthday. Kicking it off strong with completing my taxes. I have plans to do a really special self-care day and everything, but it's not starting off that way just yet because I'm expecting my severance check today, and for whatever reason it hasn't shown up. I was laid off of work a couple weeks ago, and it was supposed to be paid out today, and it is not in my bank account like I was expecting, so I had to reach out to HR and so anyways, just knowing that money is not where it's supposed to be has me unable to relax. I know it will get resolved, but it's hard for me to just, that's the kind of person I want to be. I want to be the person be like, it will work out, because I know it will work out. But until it's worked out, I am having a hard time relaxing. It'll work out. I'm getting my shit together, starting now. Trying this new facial cleanser. Pacifica, it's an all vegan brand. It's, you know, kind of drugstore level quality, but I feel like no matter how much I spend or what kind of products I use, my skin looks the same. So what I would love today is a yoga class. Tell you what, being in a van, you definitely feel like your muscles shortening. But I feel so out of practice with yoga that even a beginner class, I feel like I won't be able to keep up. I need something else to do besides this. All right, let's do it. Let's go celebrate my birthday. Let's start off with a cortado. Oh, that looks precarious. When something, quote, falls off the back of a truck, I think that's the situation right here. That is a small lot. I think we can turn around up there. Let's just park right here. So I have this thing with acai bowls. They're like one of my favorite things. However, there's a place in Baltimore, hands down, the best acai bowls around. Time for a pedicure. Get my feet fixed up. We are on our way to Avo for the birthday dinner. I specifically picked out a type of nail place that I wouldn't normally go to, and it was really nice. And I was sitting there relaxing. There was like two women off to the side, and they were chatting and looked like they were having a good time. But as they got up to go leave, these two women who I thought were like really lovely people, they were thanking their nail technician. But in doing so, they were complimenting the place we were at, and they're like, I'm so glad I didn't have to experience XYZ. And they made some like racial comments, really jarring. I mean, she was really loud about it, and like completely unaware that what she was even saying was racist. I guess I turned to my nail technician, and she looked at me at the same time, and we both had the same shocked and disgusted facial expression. And we just kind of laughed, because we're like, thank God I'm not the only one who heard this, and thank God we're also on the same page for how we feel about this. But it made her and I bond a lot more, so thank you, racist woman, I guess. But it was just so weird, because she's younger than me. I don't know, it's just like, if you had to judge somebody based on their appearance, it never would have thought that would have come out of her mouth. According to my nail technician, the privileged in Nashville are of a different breed. So that's my story for the day. Seven minutes left for happy hour. Just got here. Ooh, those nachos are really good. Hibiscus ginger mule, avo margarita. Looks like it's made with avocado. Tequila, orange liqueur, avocado, lime, orange, agave, and cilantro. Let's see the avocado texture. It's actually good. It's coconut queso, cauliflower walnut chorizo, salsa verde, salsa roja, cashew sour cream, and jalapeno.
Fantastic.
I think it's really good. Spicy chili pasta, which I can't remember. Noticing that it's pretty spicy, so we're going to share this.
This is an apricot preserve. This is going to be a sharp cheddar here. This over here is a dill chef, and this is an almond ricotta on this side, and then this is our marinated sweet potato.
Cashew cheesecake, CBD brownie. It was good, but I am way too stuffed. I don't even think we ate half of our food. Blue hour skyline. Well, very little, tiny skyline. That was so good, but I am so stuffed. Everything's just so dense because the cheeses are all kind of like nut-based cheeses. So everything's just, and like the nacho meats, walnut meat. So everything's just a lot heavier and dense. So you do not need nearly as much food to fill you up. Still probably my favorite Nashville restaurant. And my birthday is coming to an end. I know, didn't we come up with some like arbitrary rule where like the holiday ends at, what is it, 7 p.m.? So Mother's Day, you'll be treated like a queen, but as soon as 7 p.m. comes around, you're like, you're dead. So I think my birthday ended 39 minutes ago. Did I miss a fucking turn? I missed a turn.
Probably.
As I was saying, so Brian, okay. Well, we'll talk later. Bye. We have a visitor. Look at him. I had a good time by myself for the first night. What are you doing? You okay? I had a good time by myself, but I need my babies with me. Now it's Brian's turn. It's his birthday. He's 3 years older than me. I'm 4'15", he's 4'16". So he's sleeping. I'm gonna go get him some coffee. I hate that my birthday's before his because he always sets the bar high, and then I struggle to come up with like an equivalent. It's really just a work day for him, so he has a lot of work to get done. The air, I can't describe it. It's like, feels like it's gonna snow, but the temperature isn't that cold at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense. And we're here already. It was a 3-minute walk. That's awesome. It would take me longer to get the van out of the driveway. Day 3 of being in the little pink cottage, and I'm going to fully take advantage of their washer and dryer, endless hot water. Loosen up those joints, old man. They have a dishwasher. Totally forgot those things exist. Today is Brian's birthday, but I have a very long spa treatment today that was a gift to myself for my birthday, but the package that I wanted, they only had availability on to Brian's birthday, so it feels a little wrong. Yesterday I treated myself to a much needed pedicure, and to me that's less of a treat as it is a necessity. And if you saw my feet, you would probably agree. And today it's the massage, facial, some weird head thing that was part of the package. Brian had to get delivery yesterday because I took I took the home with me and all our food. So, ooh, what is this?
Italian sub, I think.
Italian sub. We're off to the spa. Moment that I have been waiting for 3 days. I was trying to quickly update my resume before heading out. I had a potential lead through a former colleague, so I wanted to get that up and running. I was waiting for that to fall. By the way, while you are here, if you would please consider subscribing, as always, I would really, really appreciate it. Normally I feel like I can get around pretty well in the van, but this time in Nashville, everything has been feeling super small and busy. I don't know, I don't remember it being kind of this difficult to navigate. I can't express how ready I am for this massage. I've never felt so stiff and achy in my life. I think this is it. It's kind of weird they don't have business name anyway.
Back here are dressing rooms.
That was nice. That is what I needed. The place is really nice. It was kind of weird though because there's absolutely no sign on the place except like a little chalkboard that I think they normally put out on the sidewalk, but it was inside behind the glass doors and they had all the curtains closed. So it was just like, I passed it. It was really nice. And the robes they had are just, yeah, I've worn my fair share of robes in my life, and these were the nicest robes I've ever worn. So it's called Olive Body Bar. So the massage oil is olive oil, and then you can pick your like scents or whatever you want added to the olive oil. And they had this like huge list, and thankfully they had like featured blends because there was no way I was gonna be able to pick. Also the massage table, that's what I want the bed in the van to feel like. It was like supportive, but it had like this thick of not memory foam, not that like high dense stupid bullshit. It was kind of like felt like a fluffy egg crate foam, but like higher quality, and it was like a cloud. It felt like a cloud, and that's exactly like what I want the bed to be like. You would have hated the whole thing because I specified like deep tissue, so it was like painfully hard, but like how I like it. And then they also do, it was like a full body sugar scrub, and that's my first time having like a sugar scrub. I've done my own like little sugar scrubs, but when someone else is rubbing it on you, it felt like they're just taking sandpaper on you, but it was like good sandpaper. Like it was like extremely painful things, but relaxing at the same time. And then, so you had the like deep tissue, you had the sandpaper, but then it was also hot stone. So then you had the like scalding. It was like probably your worst nightmare for like, but it was my ideal. It was great, and that's probably been my longest professional like massage. She's like, just try to relax your neck. Like I'm trying, and you know I always feel like I don't have like the full range of motion in my neck, but it's like she pulled my head and then turned it, and I have like all this range. It's just like when you start to go like this, then you can't turn because it's not lining up. But when you have like full, then it's like so easy without pain. But it's like once you start getting like this, everything's out of alignment and it hurts. So like she did that, I was like, oh, it didn't even hurt at all. But yeah, it was really nice. For like the package included a hot oil treatment, and this is the part where I like started to lose. There's people that know you can't just run your hand through hair. Like some hair, like I could brush it all day long, but you can never just go like root to end without ripping out a bunch of hair. And she kept kind of like doing that, and my face was like clearly wincing, and I don't like when I shouldn't get things with my hair, so the facial felt like really fast. But she was nice, and it was good. I like whatever she put on my face. And now we're waiting on some food delivery. Brian picked out his birthday meal from Vegalicious, getting some fried chicken sandwiches, vegan chicken sandwiches, Nashville hot chicken sandwiches. Time in Nashville is coming to an end. We're finishing up some laundry. That's, I don't know, is that like a doll size washer or dryer, or am I just used to a laundromat where you can...
It looks pretty small, but I kind of like it.
It was like this deep. Like the height is good, but then I open the door and the wall is like, the back of the washer is right there. So food should be here soon. Oh, he looks so broken-hearted. Proud of yourself, Rob? You look guilty. What is it? Show everyone what you got. We had to come outside and get away from that torment tormentor Robert with your little fuzzball. This is the whitest, whitest meal. What color? Good morning. We had a nice night. We just watched a new TV series with John Hamm on Apple. We gotta make a decision on what we want to do today and where we want to go from Nashville. I'm really trying to establish some healthy habits right now, and I did a 5-minute meditation during my walk using Insight Timer. It's positive affirmations. I was saying them, not necessarily believing them, but by just after 5 minutes, I feel a little more focused, and I don't know why I fall off of my meditation practice, because it's tangible results like pretty quickly, and yes, they're like science backed. Just doing that those few minutes, I felt a lot better, so highly recommend. Anyways, coffee time. What do you think, Rob? You want to go back to the tiny van? We made the decision to head back early, sell my van. I have quite a bit to do to get it ready to sell. We didn't need to be back until mid-May to Baltimore, and that's determined by my son's school schedule. So, but we decided to cut the trip short, head back now. The biggest reason, we've seen this part of the country so many times. We will be driving through this part of the country a million more times every time we want to go west. There isn't a whole lot that we want to see from between here and there. There's a few things that we could force ourselves to get interested in, but just be killing time for the sake of it. I rather get back to Baltimore early and get things in motion with selling my van. The faster we could do that, the faster the new van process can happen. Need to get serious about a job search. If you're new here, I did get laid off a few weeks ago. Wasn't all bad. I have a video about it that I will put right here if you want to see the news on that. There are things I am really looking forward to. For one, of course, seeing my son and being with him for a few months. And another epic thing that I'm so excited for is he and I are going to Japan at the end of May for 3 weeks, and it's like a bucket list. Not only mother-son trips are just the best thing in the entire universe, but not only that, doing that in Japan, and then on top of that, knowing it was like one of his bucket list destinations, and we're able to do that together. So stoked about it. Looking back, I would have stayed in California a lot longer. I would have explored so much more of California. And I don't think it would have been cut short if we were able to do Utah, like we were planning, but the weather was like in the teens, and that didn't appeal to me. So plus side is we have a lot to look forward to on future trips. The majority of California, didn't do Denver, Utah, Pacific Northwest, just lots to look forward to, and we'll be able to do that in the new van, which so excited about. Anyways, thank you for spending your birthday with my birthday. Thank you for spending my birthday with me in Nashville. I actually have a video on our last trip, Nashville, right here. That was from our way out west. So that was from January, and now April. New Nashville video, but it's more focused on me and my birthday. So still Nashville. I have a therapy call now, so when I do that, hit the road, and then the fun begins. Throw a comment, a like, any feedback, any suggestions for future videos, which I honestly have a lot to catch up on. Stick around. Thank you. Bye-bye. Baltimore! All right, let's do it, Baltimore.